Howdy, howdy, folks. It is Diecast Buffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004. It is time to go to Dover. This track is absolutely fantastic for us, but dang it, can we finally get a win here? I tell you what, every time I go to the Dover race, at least the spring one, we don't perform as good as the night race. There's a difference there. For some reason our car is not as great in the day race compared to the night race. But you know what? We're going to go out there and try to make up what we lost at the All-Star and the Coke 600. We finished second at the All-Star to Kevin Harvick. We finished, literally, we were one lap away from winning the Coke 600 over Dale Earnhardt Jr. Wow. So moving forward, as we enter the summer stretch here, you got, of course, the MBNA America Armed Forces Family 400. I'm thinking of the MBNA, what is it, America 400. That I think that's supposed to be the fall race in this game. But they glitched out, well not glitched out, but they mistakenly put the Dover night race as the fall event, so kind of interesting there. So anyway, so we got this Dover race coming up here. Then after that, Pocono 500, which essentially after Dover, it's the start of the summer stretch of Pocono, Michigan, Infineon. Things really start to heat up. But, you know, we literally tied with Dale Earnhardt Jr. after the Coke 600. We had the most laps sled. He got first place. We finished second. We tied, I think, with 180 points apiece. But absolutely, definitely, we're well within the championship title hunt. I think a lot of drivers are. You know, go back to 12th. Think about that. I mean, 14th place is only 450 out. I mean, we had to go all the way back to 16th to find a driver outside of the 500-point margin. And with over half a season to go, I would say everyone is still in this title hunt. Crazier things have happened. So over here to the sponsorship garage, a little bit of a refresher, of course. The expectations for the sponsorship, you have to finish ahead of Tony Stewart, which is ridiculous because you're not going to do that every week. They want us to qualify in 5th place every week, and they want us to win every week. So yeah, definitely Arians is not going to be a permanent sponsor of the car, I can guarantee you that. So we're going to Dover. We can pretty much run our Coca-Cola 600 / All-Star equipment, and hopefully it'll be a good showing out there at Dover because dang it, I got to get a win, you know. Junior's got 2 wins. He won the 600. He won Darlington. We only have 1 win this season, and I'm hungry to win one of these. So we're going to have to take the body number 9. Actually, no, hold up. Let's go check out what's going on in the garage. I totally forgot about that. We had some projects. Let's see. Overhauling that. Yeah, we can get some body work done here. So let's go ahead and get our short track car. Just go ahead and get it done because this thing will be ready to go for the Bristol night race, which is going to be coming up in August. So essentially you have June and July, 2 full months, no short track races. So we should be getting that car ready to go in time. So let's go ahead and get that going. Let's see, we'll take our best grip race car we got. I tell you what, the one thing about Dover that chaps your hind in is freaking tire wear. Dover tire wear is insane. So car rating of 81, let's go to Delaware. Alrighty, folks, so we qualified, like 14th or something? I spent a good 10 minutes here in practice really working on our car setup, and I tell you what, this probably is our best Dover setup we've ever had. You know, you go through the countless amount of races we've lost here at Dover. You know, the Ryan Newman versus me versus in 2004 when we got past getting held up by lap traffic with an extremely loose race car. Mark Martin taking the win from us when we ran out of gas, you know. We've lost a lot of races here at Dover, you know. We're playing this series to try to build a realistic stat sheet, you know. We're doing 18 seasons of this stuff, so it's going to be exciting. The car is so much more stable. And in fact, we ran a qualifying, we ran a better lap in practice than they did in qualifying. So maybe it's track conditions changing. But I tell you what, though, the car is stable for the first 10 laps of the run. After that, significant throttle loss. So, but the thing is, it doesn't have that dreaded slide, so I'm pretty confident in this race car, guys. I think this might be our first shot to actually win Dover. Without further ado, let's go into the down trackside for the NBA Armed Forces Family 400 from Dover.
Welcome to Delaware for the running of the MBNA Armed Forces Family 400 at Dover International Speedway. This is a tough track, both physically and mentally. What is it the drivers struggle with so much here, Barney?
Oh yeah, the Monster Mile. This 1 mile oval may look easy, but boy, let me tell you, it's a lot harder than it looks. These big corners are absolute torture on the body, and fighting to keep your car off the walls requires total concentration from these drivers.
Ryan Newman is currently in the top 10 in points.
You know, all these guys are very happy with their top 10 season so far. Hopefully they can mount a charge that will pick them up some more points on the leaders.
The Aaron's car will try to use this race to gain a couple spots in the points.
I had a chance to talk to him this morning, and he's looking forward to this race. He feels they have a very strong car that can pick up some more points this week. We'll keep an eye on him.
Ashton Lewis hasn't run well in his qualifying attempts at the speedways this year.
And boy, does that drive you crazy as a driver. But hey, anybody can win when they start up front, right? Well, okay, maybe that's where he would rather be, but he can get up there. It just takes some patience.
Alrighty, folks, here we go. So it's Dale Jr., Martin, front row here at Dover. Look, truth be told, this is probably the most fun track on the game to drive. It really is. You know, Darlington's really fun, but Dover, you know, you kind of have to look at like a Jimmy Johnson, right? Jimmy Johnson loves physical driving tracks where the driver has to really control the race car, not so much your car setup. And here at Dover, man, it is so much fun because the car, it is a hairline groove around this whole track. One slip up too tight, you're in the fence. One slip up, you're too loose, guess what? You're going to get hit from behind. So you really got to be on your toes every single lap. And I tell you what, it is a driver's track. Here we go, 40 laps. The one and only day race here at Dover this season. Of course, the fall race is a night race. Not supposed to be, but when they made the game, they accidentally did that. Or maybe it was intentional. Who knows? Anyways, 40 laps here at Dover. It's going to be tough. There's just nowhere to go here. I mean, it's really just an oversized Bristol, in all honesty. But you want to get to the bottom. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jimmy Johnson. Oh, my goodness. Way on the outside here, not where you want to be. Got to find a way to get to the bottom. There we go. Gordon's going to open the lane, but we can't get down there. The car's pushing too tight. There we go. Finally, we'll fall to the bottom here. We got Johnny Benson right there in his Pontiac trying to get underneath him here. He's going to throw a block there. Don't blame him. There's just so many cars in the way. There's nowhere to go there, and you really have to find a way to just try to dig underneath them. And that's the tough part, is that if they throw that block and don't give you the lane, like right there, you'll make contact, and it really could do a number on your car. And the one thing about a hairline groove track is that any damage to your car will completely alter your race. You cannot have a extra tight car here, because that corner exit after 10 laps, your car gets so tight. So if you have side damage, you could potentially having that issue 7, maybe 6 laps into a run, and that's just gonna it's just gonna really kill your overall lap time. So keeping your car clean here is very important. Minimizing mistakes is gonna be very important. But there's a lot of points on the line here. This is the final race of the spring of 2008. So going to Pocono next. The summer stretch is on, you know. I love the summer stretch of a series. It's a lot of fun. Pocono twice, Michigan twice, Watkins Glen, Sonoma, Brickyard, Daytona 400. A lot of good action, not to mention we cap it off with the Bristol night race. Beautiful summer stretch for the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Anyways, lap 6 out of 40, we'll get a top update. It's probably Dale Earnhardt Jr. up front, and sure enough, it's Junior, Newman, Martin, Kurt Busch, and Kevin Harvick. Keep in mind, no Ford victories thus far here in 2008. The Yates program has not been up to par. Ron Hornaday, who replaced Dale Jarrett, has not been performing up the code. Elliott Sadler really is the banner driver for Yates here in 2008. And if you look at the Roush Coutures, they're really the only Ford stable capable of winning a Winston Cup race when you consider Penske driving Dodges. You know, there's really no other powerhouse Ford team capable of winning these races, and with 5 just championship level. Oh, sorry, Johnson again. I just keep hitting Jimmy Johnson. I'm so sorry, buddy. 5 Chevrolet teams capable of winning the championship. DEI, Joe Gibbs Racing, Hendrick Motorsports, RCR. Kevin Harvick's won 2 races this season, All-Star in Texas, and then Buffet Racing South. It is just an absolute powerhouse with the bow ties. And, you know, unfortunately, with the Pontiac Brigade there's really no one that could take them to the championship as we're just going to just cream the crop there. I'm so sorry, Tony Stewart. Car just got extremely loose off the corner, and that's what I talked about, that side damage. It's going to make your car so much tighter as the run goes on. So, not what we needed here running 12th. Now we're really going to have to fight a tight conditioned race car to the end of the race. And I can already feel it. Now, it's going to make the car a little bit stable on old tires, but that might only be for 2 to 3 laps. You're not going to have the overall speed and grip that you want. The important thing, though, is the decollete is not damaged, so it's going to keep that straight line bullet shape of the race car. Sorry, Johnny Benson, I need to get around you, buddy. Now, here's another interesting note, is that how would the AI's tires wear? We're clearly getting very tight off the corner, trying to get away from Johnny Benson. Will the AI's tires wear as fast as us, or would it be a little bit slower, a little bit faster? You know, you go to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the last event, the AI tire wear was significantly higher than us, so we actually gained speed as the run went along. I don't think Dover's like that, but don't be surprised you see someone pit at the earliest opportunity and gain a bunch of track position. I do not want to do that strategy because I know we need tires to get to the end here. So, definitely, you want to pit with the leaders, but you've got to have tires to win this race, I think. You got to have track position, yes, but I don't want to be out front with 5 to go with 5 lap old tires. You have to find a way to balance that, get the track position you need, and get the tires you need. I want to be definitely on the prowl with fresh tires with 5 to go than leading with old tires. Anyways, Jimmy Johnson's not too happy with me. I understand, buddy. Luckily, he's not a 60 rivalry yet. We're still, excuse me, we're cruising to a top 10 here. Kenseth's going to block Johnson there. Johnson, he's kind of just too wide blocked in with Nadeau. Ooh. And a lot of off-throttle time here. You really got to feather the throttle like a Darlington. I'm not really risking it to go 3 wide there. Just take one car at a time. You know, again, the goal is top 5, honestly. I want a top 5 here at Dover. We finished second at the All-Star race to Kevin Harvick. We finished second at the Coke 600 to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Only 1 win thus far in 2008. That was at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Gonna go to the bottom here. Oh, that's way too low. Check, check, check. Cut it too hard down there. That would have been a very odd entry. We would have made contact for sure, so had to check that one. Pit stop should be underway very soon. We're past the halfway point on our fuel mileage. I'd probably say go lap 13, lap 14 on half a tank of gas. So double it, that'd be 28. So roughly with about, honestly, I would really say, let's see, 28 to go. I'd probably cut it to 27 just to be sure. That'd put it at lap 13. You could go to the end. Ryan Newman has had an engine failure again. A kind of a slump for your defending champion, Ryan Newman. I mean, that's his 3rd DNF of the year. I mean, I think he had maybe 1 DNF and like maybe 2 total outside top 30 finishes in 2007. Already his 3rd DNF this season. Definitely the Dodge Intrepid program for Penske not up to code, so to speak. Johnson, I am so sorry, buddy, but I got to get around you. He is not happy, and I totally understand it. Okay, so finally we get around Johnson, who's kind of a roadblock. Pit strip is kind of getting full of Gen 4 stock cars. And this becomes a question, when do you pit? Because easily, I would say probably a second slower on older tires. So there is absolute tremendous amount of track position to gain with new tires, but when do you pit? If I look at our tire wear here, I would love to pit right now and gain some track position. I think we're going to pit now. We're good on gas. We've ran 20 laps on our tires. We know what we're going to have at the end of the race. I say we pit now. I say we get some tires and make a go at this. So we got to get on pit road clean. Very difficult pit road here. Okay, no repair damage. It'd take way too long. I'm going to increase the PSI just a little bit. Give us a little bit more oomph. Not going to adjust the wedge ratio here. Oh boy. We have to find a way to get to the end of this race with tires and track position, but we have to have a great pit stop, guys. Knock on wood. Hope, pray to God we can get a good pit stop here, guys. Come on, team. We need a clean pit stop. Look, at the Coke 600, we had, I think it was a 19-second pit stop. I know I could have pitted a little bit early. And again, we have another screw up. Oh, yep, definitely. We're going to change the pit crew after this race. Yep, that's confirmed. Pit crew is going to be reevaluated after this one. You cannot have a 21-second pit stop. Green flag at Dover. And there goes your chance of winning this race like that because of a horrible pit crew. So, yep, pit crew's getting reevaluated. I'm so sorry, Elliott Sadler. I thought I was clear there. I'm so sorry, Sadler. Oh, boy. So, pit crew's going to get reevaluated after this one. 2 race wins possibly taken away. I know the Coke 600 definitely didn't help us, but have to find a way to gain some track position here. Lap 22 out of 40. We just lost, what, 3 seconds on pit road, so let's put that into track position terms. It's probably at least 5, maybe even 6 spots, at least, lost. We pitted around 10th place, so just one of them deals, I guess. Now, if we can get back, okay, we're on the lead lap, so what we need right now, we need a caution. We need someone to just spin out, have a DNF, something. That would eliminate that penalty, so to speak, of having a slow pit stop. Because everybody would be bunched up. I know we have a fast race car. We can gain some track position. Now, some guys did pit a little early. We're going to have better tires. Me and McMurray are going at it. That's cool. But if we pit, or we did pit, but we pitted a little bit later than some of these, so we're going to have a lap or 2 fresher tires. But with us in 16th place, let's get a top 5 update. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking for his 3rd Winston Cup win of the season. Keep in mind, he should have won at Richmond. We had that crazy DNF. It was really stupid. It was me and Johnny Benson. I'll take blame for it, even though we kind of both work for the same piece of real estate. The caution waved late in that race, and when that happens, the game tends to glitch out. And when that happens, basically, it gives it a upset winner. It kind of, randomizes the field. Scott Wimmer was elected the winner there. And that basically took the win from Dale Earnhardt Jr. Of course, Jr. wins the Coke 600, wins Darlington. So this would be his 3rd Winston Cup win of the season if he can hold on to Dover here. And it looks like Chase Montgomery and Kenny Ross right there side by side. Coming to lap 27 here at Dover. Do we go down 3 wide here? Oh, this is risky. Underneath them, 3 wide. They're going to give us plenty of room. Thank you, guys. And I want to say that's Waltrip right there in front of us. So, try to run down the Napa 15 car here. Car's actually handling pretty well, even though all that side damage. It's still pretty racy here. But the problem is about Dover is that it handles a lot like a short track. Very spread out traffic here. Of course, you'll encounter some traffic here. Sorry, Mikey Waltrip. And again, we find ourselves with Johnny Benson right there in the 11th place spot. I think the opportunity for a top 10 is absolutely there. A caution would be just an absolute miracle. We really need that yellow to kind of squunch up the field again. But it looks like Dale Jr. is going to walk away with this one if Mark Martin and company can't steal it. We're up to 11th now. Clearly on the prowl here, faster than these cats. So that's good. And I can't make out who's in front of us there. Maybe no, it's not. That's not Hornaday. That's got to be Jerry Nadeau in his U.S. Army Pontiac. Beautiful paint scheme. Wish I had a die cast of it. So the U.S. Army Pontiac right there, just inside the top 10. Don't want to take the opportunity away from him, but dang it, I want a top 10 as well. Big stat guy, like seeing those top 10s in the stat sheet. So try to see if we can get underneath his Pontiac corporate teammates, Chevrolet Pontiac. There we go, same engine program. And underneath him for 10th place. Cars get a little bit tighter each corner, having to check the throttle more and more. But essentially, we pitted on lap 21 because we entered pit road at lap 20. So we have to run one less lap on this set of Goodyears. But with us pushing the car the way we are, knowing the limits of it, we're probably going to, it's going to essentially wear like a 21 lap run, right? Because you're pushing the car to its limit. It's going to excel the tire wear, and that's pretty much going to equalize it to a 21 lap run. Bobby Labonte, Gordon, I think that's Tony Stewart up there, gaggle of cars right now for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Your race leader still is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Kenseth is stalking right behind him. Could Kenseth get the first win for the Ford program here in 2008? It'd be huge for him. You know, they have been shut out of victory lane thus far. Dodge just picked up 2 wins. No Pontiacs in victory lane. Chevrolet dominance this season. I mean, everyone from Michael Waltrip, Jeff Green, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon. Of course, we went to victory lane in Atlanta. So absolutely across the board, even Kevin Harvick found victory lane. So across the board, the Chevrolets have dominated the first half of the season. And definitely Newman with his DNF today. There's a lot of points to be gained on him. You never know. He could have a very strong second half of the season, and it could definitely change the title. 5 laps to go here at Dover. Our tires are very worn, but we got a hot rod here. And I believe the cars ahead of us pitted a little bit early because there's a significant discrepancy with those speeds here. And I think that they probably pitted on lap 19, maybe even lap 18, while we pitted coming on to lap 21. And definitely, our car's handling pretty well. We know the limits. So I put about 22, 23, heck, probably 25 laps of practice in. So we really got a good feel of the racetrack. And underneath Jeff Gordon here, that's for 9th. Going for 8th place underneath Bobby Labonte. There we go. That puts us up to 8th. So these are just more points. Even if Dale Jr. does win this race, at least we can gain points on some of these other guys. And, you know, the big loser today is Ryan Newman. And if Junior wins this race and Newman finishes dead last, talk about a, I'm not going to say it's a season ender, because this is a guy who finished 5.0 average finish last season. Oh, Tony. Hold up. Sorry, buddy. So I would say with Ryan Newman, it's not over, but he's going to probably lose 150 points here today. So definitely a big oof for him to climb back out of this hole he's kind of made here. Almost hit the wall pretty hard there. Had to choke the throttle. 2 to go here. There's cats in front of us. Tony Stewart is the only car for position. This guy in front of us is lapped down. I don't know if we're going to catch Tony Stewart. I'll try. Car is just progressively getting worse every corner. I believe Dale's still out front. Let's see. And it is indeed Dale Jr. going for his 3rd Winston Cup win of the season. Oh, yep. If we would have just stayed in the throttle there, we would have got hooked into the wall. I had to choke the throttle there. Tony Stewart, I think, is a little far out. He could have pitted closer to when we pitted, but I'm going to try to hold on to 8th place here. Oh, yeah, the car is definitely just, it is bad. This car is bad now. Wow. Qualified 14th, had a terrible 20-second pit stop, and we found a way to get to 8th place. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins at Dover. Wow. So, tough luck for us at Dover. Look, you know, you nearly win the All-Star race. We made one last-ditch effort. Couldn't get around Kevin Harvick. I did everything I could at the Coke 600. We kind of messed up with the pit strategy a little bit, probably. And then, of course, a 19-second pit stop doesn't help. We were 1 lap away from passing Earnhardt, but he was not to be denied. Another huge win for the Monte Carlo program. Absolute dominance. 40 laps led. 40 laps ran today, started first, finished first. A perfect day for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Very rare indeed. That is crazy. We did not lead a lap today, though, but we're going to lose, a good 40-ish points there. But I think the big fish to fry today that everyone's kind of really got their eyes on is Ryan Newman. Think about this, 34 points there. He's going to lose about 150 points to Dale Earnhardt Jr., 155, I think it is, and very, very tough blow for his championship hopes. Again, it's not over. The guy finished with a 5.0 average finish in 2007 to win his first Winston Cup. He could definitely turn it on for the last bit of the season, but absolutely, you have to really question, is he already out of championship contention? Jeff Gordon barely ousts Jeff Burton for the top 10 spot, and definitely a dominant day for the DEI program. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Upload these every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Diecast Buffet. Hope you're having a great one. Wow, man. The next race is going to be Pocono, so the summer stretch is on. Who is going to win this championship? I don't think Earnhardt has it in the bag by any means. I think there's a lot of racing left, so make sure to tune in for that. If you want to, go ahead and hit that notification bell down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. And all that being said, folks, Kevin Harvick gets a top 5. What? And Johnson, too. Attaboy to them. Have a great one. Diecast Buffet. signing off.